Folks, Canadian Prepper here, back again with a daily dose of doom and gloom, the most compendious World War III daily meta-analysis on the internet. This is unscripted, no teleprompters, no jump cuts, just raw, uncut, unadulterated ramblings of a preparedness madman trying to demonstrate the intersects between all of the chaos and catastrophic events that unfold on a daily basis. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Now, we got a shitload of information to discuss today. As you can see behind me, the largest ever flotilla of naval ships has broached the Aleutian Islands off the coast of Alaska. These are Russian and Chinese warships. And these are no small potatoes warships, okay? These are frigates. These are corvettes. These are destroyers. Naval captains are saying that this is unprecedented and that this is a major World War III provocation. I threw the World War III in there because essentially that's what it is. We're going to talk about the implications of this, why I was not surprised to hear this, why I didn't make an emergency video when I heard about this yesterday. But that's just one of many stories that we're following right now. We have Taurus missiles, 500-mile range missiles potentially heading to Ukraine. The final hurdle of deliberation has apparently been overcome, and we're very likely to see these missiles as soon as the Ukrainians run out of their Scalp and Storm Shadow missiles. At least I think that's what the plan is. We have Poland contemplating closing the border with Belarus altogether. They're pretty much in the final stages of that as we speak. They have anti-tank Hedgehogs set up at some of the crossing points. They have a fence now. They've moving another 1,000 troops to the border in addition to the 1,000 that they just moved. Of course, we have Baltic states moving towards the Suwalki corridor. Things are most definitely heating up. Some people just love to hear bad news. Well, you came to the right place. But the good news is, if you're a prepper, this really is water off a duck's back at this point, because we're already prepared for the worst case scenario. That doesn't mean we can't continuously hone our preparedness skills. 3,000 troops have arrived in the Persian Gulf.
My older boyfriend is quite sneaky, and sorry not sorry, but he managed to captivate me even.
They are going to be deployed on commercial vessels in near the Strait of Hormuz for the first time ever in history in order to prevent Ukrainian commandos from seizing those vessels. The shizzy is definitely hitting the fizzy. We have a massive explosion. Just a coincidence. It was just an accident, they say, at a Turkish grain silo. They've ruled out sabotage, but if you ask me, that's quite the coincidence considering all that's been going on in the Black Sea with respect to grain blockades and yada, yada, yada. So is this going to have another significant increase in food prices? The Chinese sure think so, because they're stockpiling every single thing under the sun like there's no tomorrow. I'm going to show you a graphic that breaks that all down in just a minute. We have the Polish military parade coming August 15th, saying it's going to be the biggest since World War II. We're just breaking records every single day, aren't we? New unprecedented events happening day after day after day. This is the age of consequences, whether it's unprecedented heat waves, unprecedented military buildups and exercises, unprecedented amounts of casualties in single battles. It's all here. We got it all, apparently. Niger has closed its airspace. Victoria Nuland went there just today begging to speak with the deposed president, who is currently being detained by the occupiers there, and she wasn't allowed to talk to him, so it's looking as though her attempts to drive a wedge between the Wagner and hence the Russian government has failed, and it looks like Niger is about to go to war with the ECOWAS pro-NATO African nations in the not-so-distant future. The ultimatum that they had given Niger to comply and restore the democracy there was yesterday, I do believe, but they've extended that now because, of course, the reality of military logistics has lightly sunk in, and they've realized, oh, we're going to need more time to prepare an army if we're actually going to go to war with these rebels there. We have a Zelensky assassination attempt foiled. We're going to talk about what the implications of such a thing might be. Is Russia's new strategy to go after the decision makers. Have they finally reached a breaking point? Of course, we still have the countdown to the South Korean civil defense drill, which is going to see 51 million, or at least a good portion of its 51 million inhabitants, descend into nuclear-ready bunkers, all within the same 20-minute time span, while their country does a joint military exercise with the United States. Let's hope that the North Koreans don't misinterpret that one. As far as I know, the red line phone between the North Koreans and the US is still non-operational. Abrams tanks are on the water and headed to Ukraine. They're expected to be there early fall. So we're going to finally see once and for all an Abrams tank come up against a Russian T-90 for the first time. Apparently those German Leopard tanks aren't faring so well. It's still mind-boggling that we're living in a world where German tanks are fighting Russian tanks in Ukraine on the frontier, and we still can sleep in our beds snug at night, not worrying about nuclear Armageddon. It's just perplexing and amazing at the same time. We have biblical flooding in China. Inflation continues to become a problem in spite of the fact that
Shalom, shalom. All praise and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai, Bahashim, Rakakadash. Shalom, Labakarium, Shor, Yasharala. Double honors to my teachers, the head apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Shalom to the elect lady and to the hopeful elect out there. And you can see, man, I can't sleep most of the time at night. In the spirit, just jumps on you through the spirit, man. And just to study, and as you can see, man, this thing is going down, man. We've been, the men of the Lord, man, the prophets, the elders, the apostles, spiritual forecasters, man, spiritual weathermen. And the Lord has commanded us to watch, to stay on our watch. And, we're bringing you this news, man. This thing we're watching and we seeing, World War III slowly unfolding, manifested. Okay? And we're going to continue to speak this. We're going to continue to prophesy because this will be fulfilled. All right? This thing is heating up, and this thing is heating up by the day. This is not going to be the last lesson that I'm going to do on World War III because it's heating up slowly. This thing is beefing up, man. You got inflation in China, biblical floodings. The world is unrest, man. Civil unrest, sedition among men. World War III stirring up. Weather changing. The signs in the heavens. Okay, food inflation. All right? That economy is being slowly destroyed here. More bankrupts, more banks being bankrupt. And the list goes on, man. How much more evidence do you need? But you still got Jake partying. You still got your average American, taking vacations, enjoying their life, thinking everything's sweet. And right behind them, man, this World War III is going to just do that. And that's why the Lord said that in the scriptures and prophecy. We're going to go to that, man. Hey, this thing is getting beefy, man. You got the navies and you got battleships now in the Alaska, all right, sea, all right, by the Bering Strait, which is not far from Russia. Now, matter of fact, I did it just to give you a little insight. This is how far is Alaska from Russia? Only 55 miles. All right. And this is what's going on, as you can see on this map. And they got warships Babylon the Great, America, I've got warships now. Position. Battleships, position, man. Come on. How much evidence do you need? This thing is going, see, we know this is going to happen. Some people don't because, they hear about it. But see, the average Jake is not spiritual, but we've been given the eyesight to see this. All right? Isaiah 13 and verse 17, behold, I will stir up the Medes against them, which shall not regard silver, and as for gold, they shall not delight in it. Meaning there's not going to be no negotiation. There's not going to be no peace treaties being signed between Russia and America. This thing is going down. All right? This thing is going down. I'm going to jump down to verse 19. And Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of the Chaldees' excellency, shall be as when the Most High Yahweh overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah. All right? And you know the story, what happened in Sodom and Gomorrah, man. Revelation 11 and 14, the second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly, man. Quick. All right? Quick. And the Lord is not going to spare, man. All right? He's not. Okay? Let's get this one right here. 1 Thessalonians chapter 5 and verse 1. But of the times and the seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you. For yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night. For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. They shall not escape. This thing is going down, and it's getting real good, man. Real beefy, man. All right? The Lord is not playing. He's stirring this thing up, man. Let's get Revelation 2 and 11, because all these things are happening because it's prophecy. All right? Let's get the 2 and 11. Okay, let's get that real quick. All right. He that have an ear, let him hear what the Spirit saith unto the churches. All right? And that's the Spirit of the Lord, the Spirit of truth. The Holy Spirit, he that overcometh shall not be hurt of the second death. And that's coming. That second death is that fire. World War III. All right? What the Lord is preparing. The Lord is ready to destroy this place, man. So what you're seeing right now is just the Lord laid out the chessboard. And now he laid all the pawns, all the pieces together. The Lord is working, man. Yahweh Shem Yahushai is working, man. And we got to keep watching, man. Because we're getting closer and closer by the day. And it's getting heated up. It's getting heated. This is Isaiah 54. And I'm going to start at 16. Right? Salakia, what the hell is going on here? Anyway, don't nobody do that. That's Salakia, brothers. Okay, let me go back. How I do this? All right here. Salakia for that. Isaiah 54 and 16. Behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire. And the Lord said he created the smith, because it's the Lord that put the spirit in these devils, in these nations on the left-hand side. He gave them the wisdom and the knowledge to create the atom bomb, create the Tesla bomb, the Taurus missile, the nuclear missiles, everything you see now, the Zircon. All right, the Lord did that because the Lord is behind everything. Behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire, and that bringeth forth an instrument for his work, and I've created the waster to destroy. All right. Call Lord Yahweh Shem Yahshua, and the Most High have mercy on us. I just wanted to share this little info, and I'm going to continue watching this, it's more info. But this is good, man. Things are getting heated up. You know, warships, battleships now positioned in Alaska. You know, biblical flooding. This thing is going down, man. So all praise and all glory goes to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai, Bahashim, Rakakadat, Shalom, brothers. Yahweh Ratazah, this was edifying to you.